gosh, it's all happening. It's really happening.
It's happening again.
Here we are.
It's happening again.
Welcome to the live stream here, CPTC Live Stream Network. I am Matt McClure alongside Sean Albrecht, Jason Lowe.
You betcha.
Technically, I'm sitting right next to Cal Noble. I didn't mean to leave him out. I just like saying his name last. And also Eli McClure as our intern, making a.
Is that alphabetically? Did we do that alphabetically?
I like to do it by height.
Kind of like it.
So, we bring you a Series 6 match this evening from Sunset Ridge Country Club here in beautiful, historic, where are we?
This is just Northfield.
Northfield. One of the smallest places to find on a map. I'm pretty sure it's like a 14-block radius.
You just go north of Southfield.
Yeah, it's easy to get there. It's no problem. Luckily, they pay extra in property tax so that the hurricane doesn't get anywhere close to here. So
taxes are good in a small town.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Tonight, Sunset Ridge versus Tennaqua. Series 6, Court 1. Thank you to our sponsors here on the CPTC live stream. We appreciate all of you, both individually and collectively, simultaneously. We're just going to see how many three-syllable words I can throw out.
How many words that have to do with combining all of the sponsors.
It's just going to be an avalanche of verbiage coming out of us this evening. It's going to be good. So over here on the Cal, you should do the announcements of players. Oh wait, we didn't give you a microphone. Oh, this is
that's right. Cal can't hear it.
We can't hear.
So embarrassing.
That's right. Starting off over here on the left side of the court in the blue T-shirt is Walker, and then over on the right side, Kerr.
Connor Kerr, yeah.
Yeah, Connor Kerr. And then over on the far side in the peach-looking T-shirt, I would say, is a young Mr. Caruso.
Salmon?
Yeah, the salmon-colored T-shirt. Yeah. And then his partner in the white and black hat, Mr. Koski. So.
I've seen Mr. Caruso before. Matter of fact, I played against him for good tennis strokes. Not that helps you out here, because it doesn't, obviously. No, it does, but I'm just saying, I've seen him before. He wasn't wearing salmon, though. Must be in a very confident mood.
What's the scouting report you got, Sean?
Okay, I tell you what, because both of them are tennis players, they have a tendency to drive the ball a lot. I'll just tell you that much. I cannot speak to Mr. Walker and Mr. Kerr. Maybe you could shed a little light on that one, J-Love. Do you know those two guys at all?
That's a nice rip right off the bat.
There's a big rip already right there. I keep
young guy making some noise out of the deuce court.
The jazz
Some of the scouting report we got was none of it was paddle related. We did find out that Walker has won the golf club championships like 5 or 6 times, and
like
he has 17 titles within his family between his father, grandfather, and son. They've won like
at
they
Sunset
dominate.
Ridge.
Yeah, all at Sunset.
He owns Northfield.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. He's the mayor of Northfield.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he forgot his top hat and monocle this evening.
The question I have is what happened on 11/2/16? What special event? Was it a wedding?
Something big.
Was it a wedding or a reunion?
16.
A birthday?
I don't know.
Second down the line return by Koski.
All right, I don't want to say, but that sounds like an election day to me. But I don't think, because it wouldn't be 4th or 5th usually, right? It's
a great lob.
Been there. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm fading the Jazz out a little later, guys. I just thought it'd be stylish.
No, that's fine. You should keep it for as long as possible. I say if it doesn't last for the first 4 points, then what's the
point
of even
the point
having
of that?
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, good pick.
Speed.
That's
He's gonna.
tough.
Oh. And he made it die at the side screen, which is always stylish. And that was a game point.
A quick first game here.
Well,
you know,
so
they
Caruso
say
and
Tennaqua
Koski
takes the first one.
They say when it's warm,
it's
a returner's ballpark.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Would you consider this to be warm weather paddle still?
with a temperature in the 60s, yes.
Yeah, okay, good.
Yes.
Good. I just wanted to make sure.
The warm weather paddle, home court advantages in effect as well, guys. Just so you know. Even though they did lose that first game, the Sunset Ridge.
That is true.
I want to call them the Lumberjacks.
Is that an owl?
Yeah.
Sunset. There can't be.
They look like an owl.
The Knights. That looks like a shield, doesn't it? Good hands from Koski.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of shields involved in
Little
logos.
waterfall.
Nice.
Well, this is some deep. Tell you what, these guys just play with the back line like that. Most of us, we just talk about maybe hitting within 2 feet of it or whatever. These guys are like, that's a little long.
A little deep.
All right, so 15 low. Do you even remember Jacob Mazer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I say that every so often. I'm not even sure. What a volley.
Nice.
Great
hands.
volley.
Unbelievable.
That's Koski, right?
Yeah. It's more like Costco. He's volleying bulk out there. It's like he's got his membership card out. And
Same guy.
he's walking
They
it.
just raised those rates. I'm not happy.
Speaking of raising the rates, he's got a Midtown shirt on. Good volley. I just wanted to say that. Can I? I mean, I love Midtown. I'm a Midtown
It's still
fan.
funny.
But I'm
was
just
still
telling you,
good.
it did happen though. It was stating fact. Look at this. Oh, little cat and mouse there.
Unkind
It's a
home
good
net.
push there from
I
Caruso
say
to just kind of
40-15
keep
here
low
for-
at the body.
Exactly. Not like 40 low, but low enough. I think it just
Yeah,
missed
a
it
little
wide.
Just wide.
A little wide
Very
right
close.
there.
All right, a quick 2-0 lead for the Tennaqua Highwaymen.
Yeah, a little
I
bit
don't-
of a change in the lineups, I think, for both clubs. You know,
Oh, is
mixing
that right?
it up with travel-related stuff and
Last
things like
minute?
that. Yep.
Did you hear last minute? Okay.
I don't know how last minute, but definitely, you know, that maybe Kerr and Walker
I
don't
want to
play
get into
together
something
quite
as
as much.
illegal as this. By the way, Mr. Salmons,
illegal?
Mr. Caruso's forehand.
Jeez, that
that's
was
Exhibit
large.
A right there. Because, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Rich did a pretty good job trying to get his paddle on that one, but
Well, they
that
do
had some
say,
stamp.
the brighter the shoes, the bigger the forehand, and I think it's holding true.
Or
Those
they
are-
say if you wear bright shoes, you better have a big forehand.
Yeah, either is okay.
I'm just with the old man humor. I was about to say the smartest shoes. Those are smart-looking shoes. Nobody says that. It stays in. Look at that.
Can everyone hear me over Caruso's shoes?
He handled it. All right. I want to say 30-15. I'm not even looking at the scoreboard. I'm just trying. All right.
You're just a
So
fan.
terrific. That's that
Yeah,
forehand
that's
again.
A solid forehand.
He likes it up there, shoulder high, chest high, somewhere in that roundhouse neighborhood. He likes it.
It'll be interesting to see how long they
Long.
continue to play
Keep the same
regular.
formation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's
Or stay back.
clearly
Not- yeah,
that's
I mean,
about
That's
to
a
be a
great point.
textbook formation change
a
when
great
somebody's hitting the forehand that heavy.
I think he's been served to. There you go. First serve down the middle.
Yep.
But
Yep.
I mean, he has crushed about 5 forehand returns.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty much sitting on it.
That's a good.
It's a nice chip.
Good overhead.
Chip Charlie Bobby.
I want to say thank you to Sunset Ridge
Yes.
for having us.
Well, we haven't had the burger yet, so it's
the
too
resident-
soon to
That's
tell.
true.
And
But,
the
I mean,
venerable resident director, Peter Burka.
Peter Burke just left for his league match. Talking to the great Mary Kate back here. She's
That's right.
still here taking care of all things rackets for Sunset Ridge, but just an incredible club, facility, membership, professional staff, etc. You name it, they do it right.
I could have sworn I saw Roddick Guzik out there for a little part-time
yeah,
work.
Yeah.
he's here
They are
out on the
stacked
course.
speed.
Him and Peter.
Yes. Yes.
It's good hands.
Oh, man. Belies speed, and he goes, how does
Nice
he do
move.
it?
Yeah,
What
good
is
shot.
that? That was like above his eyes. He's able to
That's
bring
tough.
that down.
One
That's
of those
just not-
difficult parts of the game as the point accelerates on you like that. Can you calm down enough and not do anything crazy in the next
No.
3 shots to feel like, oh, adrenaline?
Well, they told me at the academy that shot was not possible. So
Well,
at the institute,
at the
they
institute.
laughed at me at the
Sean,
institute.
while you were institutionalized, it was a very different, it's a different kind of.
Almost the same word.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it that obvious?
Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah.
rocky start for the home team.
Yeah, but you know what? They're just getting warmed up.
That's the beauty of warm weather paddle, Matt, is it can
really
change
is.
in a nanosecond.
I totally agree with you. Oh, geez.
How does it look? I think it might have been a little long.
But right now, Tennaqua is just rolling, and they're rolling hard with
Yes.
momentum.
Rolling logs, because they are
Hitting
the
all the nicks,
Lumberjacks.
making all the returns.
I think we called them the Lumberjacks anyway, didn't we?
Which
Or were they
team,
the
Tennaqua?
Highwaymen? I think the Sunset. I think I called them the Highwaymen. I'm sorry. There we go.
There we go. Sorry,
That's
we had a
fine.
little
No, it's
cord
okay.
issue. Am I good? Am I still
You're
good?
fine.
The Sunset Ridge Highwaymen?
You're as good as yes.
Or the Tennaqua?
I don't know. What do you think? I'm thinking Tennaqua sounds like a lumberjack.
I'm pretty sure it's the Tennaqua Shellackers.
Are you talking about Caruso's forehand
It's a
still?
lost,
Yep.
it's a lost art. Is
Yep.
the shellac? I don't cook my sausages that way anymore.
Yeah. Which is weird because it's actually the Sunset Ridge Shillelaghs. So, between those two,
Well, you can put some shellac on your shillelagh, but
it's just wide.
I don't recommend it.
So you
All right,
build
so
up the grip.
30. What are you? 30-15. I want to say or 50. Yeah,
I think
30-15.
30-15.
that's a nice kick serve.
Oh, 15-30.
15-30.
Uh-oh,
Sorry.
15-40.
Now
Chance to get on the
15-40.
board here.
An
Great
opportunity.
Great lob drive combo by Walker there.
It was. Didn't get enough credit for that. That was my fault.
I love the
I'll get
pace
it.
of that return from Kerr.
Thank you, Jay. Oh,
But you know what? You got to drive that ball.
Yeah,
you do.
yeah.
And especially early, see what Caruso's got for hands. We know he's got a forehand.
Right. How does he handle the heavy off the net volley?
Let me just one time that
Great
one.
lob.
Most mortals would let that go to the screen. That was nice. He's finding the nick like, okay,
Yep, got it. Oh,
wow.
Good read.
hello. He's seen that movie before.
Apparently. Put a lot of pace on that. Oh, he played it.
No.
What a
No.
sportsman.
Country club sport.
Caught it.
What a sportsman.
It's getting lively here in the hut,
It
guys.
is. He bought
I
that
believe
too.
3 home matches here tonight at Sunset Ridge.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's in there. He's got some talent out there. These guys.
Well, we talked about it last week, right?
Yes.
And we said, can you imagine that this is a Series 2 match? And
Exactly.
again, look at these guys playing here. This is a Series 6
Six,
match. So,
yes.
Chicago, not only were the biggest, but we're the deepest, dare I say the best league in the country. Oh,
We're the best league in Chicago by far.
hands down.
Got that tomahawk, and they get away with that game.
Wow, they pulled that out.
Snuck it out.
Phenomenal. I don't know how, but they're rolling. I like this, by the way, guys, if you don't mind my saying. A little convo.
Team meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gotta stop
You
it.
got to stop the bleeding a little bit, so got to make
Yeah,
if
which
nothing
parts
else,
of this can we slow down
Exactly.
right now in this moment to find some rhythm?
all of my parts move slowly, Matt, but I agree with you. Let's see. It was funny. It's all right, a little wide.
I think they just have yet to find a place or a way to get into points. Those last 3 points were the longest of the match.
Yeah,
That was a nice serve.
Jeez.
nice hands.
I don't want to stand there.
Nope.
No. Yeah, and he's got a very compact motion, but I'm telling you, he can move it.
There we go. See, here we're getting into a
It's a
longer
good lob.
point.
Wow, that was an excellent lob. And he set up
that's
drive
tough.
really. It's funny. He set up his own drive there. Almost got a little.
One of the only situations where he didn't really have to rip the cover off.
Exactly.
You
I was
draw
just
somebody
thinking the same
that
thing.
far off the net, you can kind of just.
I just call that
place it in
style,
there.
though. I mean, he's just showing a certain amount of style, maybe.
But it
When
also begs the question, how many situations do you have to rip the cover off the ball?
Wow. Wow.
I'm gonna say that in that circumstance where you get the kind of short, miss-hit volley that floats up high, and you're going close to close, and your goal is to overpower somebody's volley, sure, you can rip the cover off the ball.
I mean, everybody signed a waiver to
Yep.
play, right? So
Yep.
I like that, Jason. We're going to call you Dr. Philosophy of Love from now on.
I did.
Some kind of philosophizer.
I did a camp last week, and they said, here's what we're going to do on our court, your court, your court. And I said, well, what are you doing on your court, Jason? I said, we're going to talk about the comparisons to paddle in life.
Yeah.
Communication,
Yeah.
relationships.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
the
Hand
reality is
signals.
none of it's wrong.
No need
You
to
know.
rip the cover off the ball.
Yeah, what is that really?
When you get aggressive for no reason.
Oh,
I love the back man
Koski
volley.
loves getting tight on that
He
net.
does. He hit a backhand from the forehand
When
side.
they are taking the net in this position in particular, he really is playing the spots well.
Yes.
That's his first missed volley. He was even in a great position as well.
But he had to go all the way across the court to play it.
Right.
I think he's just depressed about the new Midtown rates as the because I know
He's just
I am.
rattling around in his head. Jason, you were going to say that we did a drill earlier.
Yeah, I did. I said I had the pleasure. It's been a number of years, Matt, since we were on doing the same kind of stuff. We've done camps and things together. But
Walker doesn't miss those.
big, huge thank you to Matt McClure for jumping out to Biltmore Country Club today to help us work with the ladies.
Yeah.
But what we were talking about was you don't want to go from side to side. And the Koski-Caruso team hit an overhead from the next all the way to the deuce. It's going to cause problems.
He played it. What a gentleman.
Might have heard of the old strategy, pick and stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That was a good drill.
Thanks, Ben. I thought you did a great job, too.
Well, I didn't. I didn't, but I think it was probably more that, again, my role as a sub is to create long-time job security for the head pro. So I like to pepper in a bunch of stuff, that's not accurate at all. And then you can fix it. Congratulations. That's 4 private lessons that you will need to teach.
He baited him into that one.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy to help.
Baited him into that one. Well, I got to tell you something. I've been picking and sticking since I was a toddler. Just FYI. All right, what do we got, a deuce here? Yeah. So they're hanging in this one right after the convo. Oh.
Heads up, court.
Oh, in the head. Headshot. Wow. Did they get him?
Yeah,
it hit him in the head.
From court 3 to court 4, somebody up at the net took one right off the dome.
Well, it is.
I guess it's good
season.
that they didn't warn him, because then you look up and take one in the face.
It hit him in the business side, not the money-making side.
Exactly. All right, so another breakpoint opportunity for the Highwaymen. I don't know. I keep saying that.
See, and I go back to, one of the great professionals. No, I'm not going to go with Rodney on this one, but Kelly Warbach, he is, hands down. But Kelly Warbach always used to say, serve and stay back, because then you can drive it, and then the team coming to the net is now hitting the first volley, which when it's warm weather paddle, Matt, and it's so hot, right, the hardest shot in the game is that first volley.
Yep, and you can force them to do it by just surrendering the net right off the serve and giving your chance.
I'm not sure what series is playing over here on court 2, but a guy just got annihilated.
Yeah.
by a return to serve.
Is that the one that hit him in the shin? Because I kind of saw that out of the corner of my eye.
It's been kind of like shooting fish in a barrel. It looks over there on that court.
It was a great lob from Walker. Oh, got a little impatient there. It was a super lob in the first place. Set it up perfectly.
It would greatly benefit Sunset here to kind of slow everything down, and especially if Caruso and Koski are going to be that aggressive on overheads, you just got to really put the ball up high and make them.
Unbelievable speed from Salmon. Make that Caruso.
Oh, he dug it out.
I was going to call him Salmon Caruso.
Across the board here.
But sit. Oh.
Great point.
Really well done.
Caruso speed, though, man.
Walker coming up with some finesse on those
He's
overhead
basically
and touch
an
volleys.
Atlantic salmon with that kind of... am I wrong?
He can jump all the way over the dam.
I'm so glad I corrected you on the color of a shirt and changed it to salmon. What did you call it?
Well, we did have the opportunity to work with the illustrious Keith Salmon in Pittsburgh.
Who is still a legend.
Which, was incredible and entertaining.
Yeah, he's awesome. I think I called his shorts turquoise. I think that's what it was.
No, Matt said something about his shirt. And I think it's salmon.
I think I called it peach, and then Cal mentioned that it was salmon, and that's
Wait, you're gonna give Cal that?
Right.
Come on now, new guy.
I'll give Cal the credit, especially when it's due, and sometimes even when it's not.
Fair. Is Cal the new guy?
Yeah, that's right.
Still got that new guy smell.
Have met. This is Cal the new guy.
Again, good direction, just a little bit too much pace, maybe.
So they've gone with the Andre Agassi mentality here. Just get out of this set as fast as possible.
Done.
Yeah.
This set is over. We're going to hit some shots.
Just move on.
Yeah. Which I like, actually. I'm a fan. You move. You got other things to do.
You look at it and what are we trying to do to get ready for the next set?
That's probably a great idea. In other words, hey, let's do a few things that we know we're going to need to try to maybe work on. In other words, I would stay a little more patient. I mean, I don't mean to be a purveyor of the obvious. Oh, yeah.
Who was that French guy on tour that used to pop his collar all the time? Relatively recent.
With the big beard.
Big beard. Well, I can't remember his name. I'm blanking on it.
I just remember one of the comments you had.
Started with a B.
Yeah. I'm going to pull it eventually. But I always remembered that he would get pretty consistently, like, people would be like, you're tanking. And he would be down, like, 4-1 in a set. And he'd be like, that's the smartest thing I can do.
Right
like,
there, I think, wasn't that the set?
Yeah.
It was. We'll get the
sunset out of that first set. Caruso Koski for Tennaqua take it 6-love.
Hey, that can happen.
Hey, that's how panel goes. We're going to hear from some sponsors, and we will be back with the start of the second set right after these messages.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust, different approach, better results.
Back on the block.
We are back. The second set has just started. 15 all, I think, but it's going relatively quick over there. Great serve.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's the first 2 missed returns.
Yes.
By Koski Caruso.
Yeah. My only concern is that they didn't take enough time between sets to really let Caruso Koski cool down.
It's a great return.
I would have come inside, used the restroom, ordered a burger.
Yes.
Eaten the burger.
Done my tax return.
Yeah.
Anything you could do to kind of stall the momentum and energy. Yep.
Oh, he played it.
He got it.
It's hard to see that line. Someone
It's
put
tough.
this beam here in front of me.
It might have caught the line.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's okay. I blame myself.
I mean, the new guy's got a perfect view, but I mean,
It's immaculate.
30-40 break point.
30-40. Remember, it's not a break until you hold.
Yep.
I read that somewhere.
Was that
digestive
in the Brad Gilbert book?
Was that in Winning Ugly?
Yeah, with part of the Andre Agassi, just get out of this set as fast as you can.
Well, I can tell you this much: I have seen Connor Kerr play before, and I just think Rich Walker. They just have to kind of slow things down a little bit because they're better than this.
Yes, longer points are really important right now.
Because it can happen to anybody. Well, there you go. Right there, you get a couple of those, and you're right back in it. But the point I'm trying to make is that I would think so. What do you guys think in terms of a strategy? Anything in particular?
Well, I mean, my thought, and I love going back to, like, what is it that Caruso and Koski have done? Nothing but pound forehands.
Right.
Pretty much.
And when they're returning serve, why are we even trying to volley their forehands?
Yeah, I agree with Jay. I think you give up the net. I also think, I don't see the value in attacking them that much. Like, they are loving the speed of the match right now, and it's benefiting them. So, I mean, just off-speed everything. High lobs.
That's a great return. That's better location, by the way.
Well, he slowed it down to Matt's point.
Slower.
There you go.
Yep. You hit laser beams over the top of the net, they never drop down to somebody's feet. Like at a certain point, you need that speed control to...
He really loves that volley.
Yeah, that move is very comfortable for him.
The only problem I have with it, Matt, is he takes it and goes cross court to the deuce player.
Yeah, you'd like to see it go back to the middle a little bit.
And that's now
yeah.
the second time that they've caused an error off of that.
Yeah,
I want to go ahead. I want to go ahead and recognize. You better recognize. I want to go ahead and recognize that they just won their first game.
There it is.
The monkey is off their back.
Exactly. Are we at bamboo shoots right now? Oh
we
my
are
gosh!
currently
How?
sitting at
We never get bamboo
shoots.
shoots.
Couple
ever.
breadsticks out
there. I
there.
am so excited now, even more than before, which is hard to believe. All right, so Kerr with the
great. Did he call
the
it?
ace.
Doink.
Great serve.
I called it for him.
They're
That's
starting
Kerr,
to roll,
right?
baby. Yep, Connor Kerr. I believe it's Rich Walker. Brad Walker. Maybe his middle
Let's
name
just
is Rich.
make up everybody's first names.
Well, I do that
That
anyway.
is Salmon Caruso.
I've been calling him that. No, just as a nickname. But anyway.
Oh,
sounds
that's a
like
tough return.
He's got the down the line.
It could be Sam and Caruso, kind of, the way you say it. You know what I mean? Like a new
See,
little
that's
more
almost
communication.
better. I would also say that Walker Kerr could get more specific with the volleys they're going to try to play and the ones they let go. Because when the return is coming that hard, like there's no penalty. Right? Like
zero.
it either I make a step and it hits my paddle, or they laser beam it around me and we take one step back and get it off the screen.
Right.
You know, but stretching on that volley to try to make every shot off of Tanaqua's returns is not happening at the moment.
I'm curious to see fault there. I was going to say I'm personally not a fan of the I position, I formation.
I'm kind of with you there, Coach.
Because to have Brad from 16 feet away take a 75-mile-an-hour ball from a bent-down position
while he's popping up and bouncing his head around.
I just don't love the odds for him.
Possibly,
even for myself, it's standing in front of Caruso's forehand right now.
Not that he's not a good enough athlete to handle it. It's just a matter of the odds of being able to react to it as he's popping up.
Yeah, I used to tell people I wasn't a fan of the eye, partially because as soon as your vision starts to bounce around, you're probably not hitting your best shots.
But I love that. So look, they gave him 3 different looks on all 3 of his returns.
Correct.
He missed 2.
Yep.
So
They're thinking.
Don't have to do a lot. Just do something different.
Yeah, anything you can do to take people out of their perfect rhythm. Just don't let them beat you with their favorite shot. Is basically that.
You know what the definition of insanity is, right?
Yeah,
you got to be
absolutely.
open to try new things.
Yep. Well, Sean was institutionalized. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that feels like, Sean?
Well, it was warm weather institutionalization, guys.
Is it like there was a storm in your brain?
Yeah, that's right. It was warm weather. It was very humid and.
Doink.
There, what
Nice
a get!
pickup.
What a get!
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
That's gonna work.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
That's tough.
I respect him for trying it.
I mean, yeah.
all right. So what do we have? 15 love here. Caruso with the
Affirmative.
serve.
Oh,
Uncharacteristic fault there. I'm just starting to think. Well, I'm not saying any point shaving's going on, guys, but I'm.
Well, not yet.
the over-under was 13 games, 14 games.
Get over. It's there. It's a good lob. Get some depth on that thing. Water.
There's the waterfall.
There it is. Ruby. Niagara.
But at least Walker and Kerr at least lost a point in a different way besides facing a forehand.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Or maybe driving a ball they could have lobbed. What a dig. Oh, nice try, Connor. That's not an easy ball. That thing can come up for air there almost.
I think this
off
is
the
when it
snowboard.
gets tricky, guys. You don't want to pick on one team more than the other, right? And like we're coaching or
pick on
experts,
everybody.
etc. You can pick a stick on anybody you want, right, Sean?
I think you've got some clearance when the first set is 6-0, but continue.
I've lost lots of sets. So,
So have I.
but to your point, you said it earlier, Matt, just don't give them their favorite shot. And Koski is an animal at the net. You know he's going to cross in front and take it.
Yeah, I was going to say after watching him do that for the 5th or 6th time, I'm not sure
In the
that
first
the right
set, now
play
we're at
isn't.
like 12.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that the right play isn't to start to lob some returns down the line.
Yeah.
You know, so that he has to do something different.
Got to make him hit an overhead.
Yep.
Exactly. And at 2-all, got to keep that kind of a philosophy going. Here we go with the.
That's a nice
What
return. That's a
volley.
great
See what I mean?
return
He's
and
just
a great
that's
volley.
a great athletic move. That should have been a winner. Super, super dig from Brad Walker. Don't call me rich. I know. I know. I know. I'm trying. There we go. Get it up above the lights, man. Every so often.
Oh, boy.
There it is.
Yeah. Great
that is
volley.
nasty.
Great volley.
Yeah. This is more like it.
Smart.
Yeah.
Good move.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think this is
Another
the kind
one.
of pace control that you're looking for.
Great shot. Desperry squarey. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I think regardless of, I was just going to say,
Way to
regardless
duck.
of win or lose this point, you know, Walker and Kerr just have to take this as a positive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an investment opportunity, right?
Shot clock, baby.
And I was just about to say that, you know, we haven't seen backhand drives come from Caruso and
They have
Koski
those?
that much. I mean, they haven't had to use them yet, but that was the first one where they stalled him into it.
They got him. Smoke him if you got him, boys.
Yeah, and it really benefited Sunset
sure did.
in that last point. But
Okay.
also,
I like this better, if you don't mind my saying, is that he's got kind of an Australian thing going there with
Yeah,
an eye.
More to the side.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
agreed.
mind the Aussie at all.
No.
I think the eye where you duck down underneath your partner's serve is tough.
And again, I would say, why bend down, right? Just stay
Right.
to that
Yeah, just
side
go to the side
stand,
and be
stand in your
comfortable.
volley position. Again, the volley's the hardest shot in the game anyway. Why make it harder? Especially when you're facing Caruso and Koski's forehand return.
That's true.
Yeah. And I was going to say, because you haven't
Style.
seen backhand drives from these guys, you probably don't have to jump up on the net as
No,
much, right?
no.
If you're hitting
Yeah.
a good target and nobody's hitting a forehand, then you can hang back a little and just keep your balance and not have to shift your feet so much.
There's one.
Yeah, like that's one I think you want them. If they're going to have to play offense,
Yeah.
that's the one you want them to hit.
Absolutely. Totally okay with that.
Nice, good hands.
Great position at the net from Kerr.
Look
What
at
a
this.
Nice
super
point.
shot.
Great point.
Walker with some depth on that puppy. Thing ran away.
But again, great, much
Escaped
better
an
pace,
invisible
Matt,
fence.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I love Mr. Caruso going right. He's going right in. Okay,
Yeah,
he wants
yep.
to make sure.
If you're not sure,
I don't blame him. No,
if you're
no,
not sure, throw the flag.
Start walking to the service line.
Yeah.
I love that. Mm-hmm. He's not going to serve it at you.
I'm not
Well,
ready.
He might not. I don't know. I've been hit so many times I probably shouldn't do it. Oh yeah,
Good waterfall.
he's there.
I got hit today so hard. I was hitting with
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
one of the. No, I was hitting with one of the best players in Chicago this afternoon about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and let me tell you, the sun was not pleasant.
Wow.
That's when it happens.
But I've
Boy,
been lucky
good
to be
eye.
the punching bag for a number of phenomenal players.
Yeah.
So you just take it and you smile.
Yeah, there's definitely something about that, like, hey, let's get out and train. What time do you want to play? 4:30. Okay, well, someone's getting hurt. Like, there's going to be a solid 40 minutes there where no one can see the ball from one side.
I still have a standing urologist appointment from when I took
standing
it.
lesson.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's another great serve right down the tee.
So the interesting point for all those tuning in that don't
Oh,
realize this, all paddle courts face the same direction.
Yep.
So one of the sides is going to be facing the sunset at 4:30. That's what we're
That's
referencing.
right.
Yep.
Especially early in the season when the sun actually is still
Yeah.
following its normal, kind of arc. It gets less bad later in the season when the sun is staying lower, but
It doesn't stay out for that long either. Well, I love the blitz.
Oh,
That's
he's
just
got
a
it, though.
smart move.
great
guy.
dig.
It might. It could.
That's
It might.
tough. It just really hung on the side screen there.
All right, we got another break point here, possibly.
Wow.
Is
This
that what I'm thinking?
one would hurt, I think, a little bit.
Yeah, this is one of those.
I suppose, but they did break the.
Yep. That's one of those games that feels like it's worth more than one game.
Yeah.
They did break the first game of the set, though, so.
But, a 40 love.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But they had such a great tempo. And to your point, all of a sudden, next thing you know, instead of having backhand drives, they're facing forehand drives. Couple misses.
It's my nickname in college is a couple misses.
Is that, what was the name of your favorite band?
Well, there are a couple of them. There's Wong Turn, which was one of my favorites my wife's from the Philippines. That was one of her favorites.
Yep.
No, something about Pants.
Oh, Pants the New Guy, yeah. Pants the New Guy. Yeah, that's a hell of a...
Because that's official. You have to say that every broadcast or telecast. Is that what we call it?
We can call it that way.
Yeah.
I call it a telecast.
It's a telecast.
Cal, the new guy, doesn't like that when I call it a telecast.
We're talking about two different people, right? Cal and the new guy.
Yeah.
Those are two different people.
Because we're not Pants and Cal anytime soon.
Just
We have to
dribbled
reach
wide
up too
off the
far.
serve.
He's too tall. All right, so
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
15.
Troubleshooting.
Good action. Caruso gets good action.
I was a minor in pantsing in college. Oh, it's a great drive from Mr. Walker.
He slowed
there.
it down, Matt,
He
to
did.
your point, right?
Yeah.
And also, Koski didn't read that one. He wasn't diving in on it.
It also was like 1 inch off the net, not even.
Yeah, there is just an element to it's almost universal where players who like to play fast appreciate it when you hit the ball hard.
Yeah.
Like there's not a lot of threat for them. If you like to play fast, there's a pace that you can fall into, and I think that's ultimately what Sunset is trying to avoid at the moment is just like playing at a comfortable pace with Tennaqua.
Absolutely, that's a good shot.
Well, and I go back to, too, look, you don't need to get too serious all the time, but if you're going to say what is Caruso and Koski the best things they're doing, volleying and ripping forehands.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you change the pace of any of those components to give them those shots, you're winning, right?
So
or you're
if we start to stay back and lob way more balls, the games so far that Walker and Kerr have won, way more lobs, way less pace on, the average point, just kind of really getting it set up.
No,
and then the drives that they're winning points with are precision drives. They're not overpowering volleys.
No. No, they're not. No.
You just gave it the Joe Buck curse there.
Not only
he
that.
He hasn't missed a field goal attempt
in 45 years. Oh, no.
Wide left.
They're playing so patient.
Yeah, yep.
All right, so we got a 4-2 lead here. I should say a 2-4. That eclipsed the line.
But can we go backwards for 1 second, I think,
sure
too? So that drive by Walker there, great attempt. It's the right shot, shoulder high, moving forward off the back screen. But why rip it?
Yeah.
Just drive it. They're off the net. Unless you're one of those players that's clearly just going to overpower people.
That's it.
Well, Mr. Caruso definitely qualifies there. The other thing is he does put a lot more topspin on his drive than the other three players do. So you can afford to, and let that be a lesson to those of you playing at home that think you might actually learn something from Coach Sean, which most of the time you don't, but that's not the point, is that if you do want to rip it, putting a little more top on it does help you keep it in, and you can take a little more of a swipe at it if you do put more topspin on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but to Matt's point, and to yours as well, I just like the idea of changing speeds. All drives don't have to be Mach 5.
Well, look, if you're facing against somebody who's driving it hard, you're going to plant your legs, drop your butt down, right, and wait for impact.
Yep.
If you hit one hard and then you hit the next one soft, they're going to get pretty wobbly in those knees.
Just long.
I really should have been paying attention to the chat earlier. I would have been able to pull Benoit Paire.
Benoit Paire, yeah.
Thanks to chat for paying attention and listening. Perhaps even simultaneously on that one, yeah. But that guy was always... I always loved it.
Like
I loved it that he thinks that's one of the nicest things anyone has ever said.
You do have a little Benoit.
Is it because I pop my collar no matter what the situation is?
Yeah, that's exactly it. You're wearing it right now.
Yeah, but he was one of those guys that would be like, get accused of, sandbagging or mailing in a set, and he would be like, of course I am. I have to play 50 sets over the course of the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
The smartest thing I can do is to not get hurt when I can tell that 4-1 is not something I want to, grind out.
Well, the other thing that Benoit does that you definitely never do is overhit. Anyway, so
How?
That's one of my favorite things of playing doubles with, I call him Coach McBoogie, is that every so often he will go 12 on a 10 scale with a forehand or even a backhand.
Sending the message pitch.
Yeah.
Absolutely maulable.
Yeah, I do have this thing where, it's sort of, you can kind of hit the reset button with your pace,
yes.
Or like if I'm really struggling with my drive and I feel like I'm trying to be too perfect with it somehow, I will haul off and just hit one to be like, okay, that's what a full swing feels like.
Oh my God!
Look at this.
Unbelievable! Great shot.
That was crazy.
Yeah. He loves it.
That was crazy. Oh, just like boom, boom. I mean, two lightning
pick.
bolts. That was
Andy broke
unbelievable.
the camera.
Did we get that on replay? Did we get that on replay,
He
Cal?
broke
We
the
did.
camera.
We got it on. We got it on replay.
Unbelievable.
Well, he smacked into the side screen hard enough where things are a little disheveled. We'll have to fix it in between
That's
games.
all right. We'll get the salon guy out there.
Oh, great move on
That's
the blitz.
a super blitz from Connor Kerr.
We got the almighty and powerful Kip Reed here.
Oz. Pay no attention
It's in
to
there.
Can we get
He's
you
going
a
to get this
headset?
one, too.
Can we get you a headset?
No, you don't want to hear anything I have to say.
We can't afford it.
There's only 3. The new guys doesn't have a microphone, so yeah.
Well, that's a good shot. That's a really good
volley.
drive. And that did that clip the line?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Super.
They're hanging in.
They are. Like the
That's a
false
good
gotta
overhead.
get somewhere near the neck this time. Like the pace. Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
Connor
That
just
is
unbelievable.
wow.
great.
Do we got a
Great
replay
hands.
on that?
It's like a kid.
No.
Unbelievable reflex. That's the
Replay.
second one in a row.
Is that
The other one. We got the other one.
Is that
the other?
is that the
All right,
camera
Cal.
he knocked down?
Are we being too greedy with the? I'm sorry, Cal.
No, it was, yeah.
The expectations. We got to lower the expectations, Cal.
4-4.
All right.
New guy's hangry.
You know what? He's got to fix the camera there.
Sunset makes a great burger. He should be fine. Nice hands.
It's true. All right, so we're knotted up at 44. By the way, if you
Great
just
work,
joined
Cal.
us,
Oh,
what
the
again?
doink.
Super Nick overhead from Brad. Don't call me Rich Walker.
We used to have a bet on our old Series 1 team that if you didn't get that ball or touch it,
Yeah,
you owed a steak dinner to your partner in the ad side at the restaurant of their choice.
the restaurant of
Yep.
your choice. I
Yep.
love that. That's one of my favorite phrases.
Which that was, I won't, humble brag the names that were on that team, but that was going to be an expensive steak dinner. Let me just say.
So, Fuka de Chow.
It's in there.
Applebee's makes a great
Nice
steak.
dig, yeah.
Tell you what. Well,
When
they
was
did.
the last
maybe
time
they
you
needed
had
to
all you
warm
can eat
up.
riblets?
Wrong hand.
Nice
Wrong hand.
catch, though. Nice catch.
Use the other hand.
That's how we got to rate.
Yep.
Maybe Walker Kerr just had to warm up a little. I mean, they seem to be rolling a lot more.
Maybe
here.
one of them was traveling for work. Somebody said something about travel schedules earlier, right?
That'll do
They
it.
just weren't ready to play.
Little lagged out, sure. We've all been there.
True.
Just so you know, also in chat, Shane reminding us that 11-16 is when
what
the
a
Cubs
volley.
won the World Series.
Come on.
Got it.
Come on.
Wow.
Nice.
Koski magic. What the heck? I was
made
feeling
up for
pretty
his
good about
catching it with his left hand.
I was feeling pretty good about Walker's volley there. That was amazing.
Well, I'll just be honest. I'm a White Sox fan, so.
Which is hard to do.
Right now, yes.
Yes. But you know what? That's a real fan. You're walking around with a Sox hat on right now.
We
That's
had some good
fanhood.
times.
Yeah, that becomes a level of true belief.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, very kind of a flick. I like that. That's
But it was
what I
a
mean.
backhand,
Caruso's got some
right?
style on that
Get him to
backhand
hit
side.
anything but a forehand, and you're going to be okay.
Super location from the overhead there from Brad Walker. So they go up for the first time in the match, if you don't mind my saying. 5-4, give them credit. They're just, scratching and clawing back into this thing. Now they're in there, the brink of sending it to a third set. Gotta love it.
Well, the first set took 4 minutes.
It's true. It's true.
The second set has taken 36 minutes.
Yeah.
So, give or take.
And I like the convo going between Caruso and Koski here, figuring, all right, let's make sure we got a game plan involved here. Sometimes you don't need that if you're rolling.
My father was a longtime professional tennis coach.
He's awesome.
Was always
awesome
a guy
coach.
who, thank you, Sean. I'll tell him you said that.
It's true.
No way
It's
he's
true.
tuning in to listen to this telecast.
We'll just record it and send it to him.
I used to get so mad at him when I was a young junior tennis player because he said, Jason, you only need 4 more points to win this set. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying as hard as I can. But Caruso, Koski, they're just weather the storm, right? Because they don't need that many more points, whereas Walker, Kerr need far more number of points to win this match.
Well, they only need 3 now to get that's just a huge one.
Yeah, it's a really good spot.
Almost hit that drive too hard.
Danger.
But he got away with it. Super plan. And the location from Walker with that drive, that's one of the things that actually won the point there, even if he hit it a little harder. Karam's off the back screen. He'll stay on the deck.
He had Caruso backing up, too.
He did. Yep. And we've all been there, too. We jump a little bit.
But
that's
again,
kind of a style thing.
Doesn't need the pace, right?
No.
They're already scared of the forehand, so just roll it in there.
There you go.
There it is. Is that the 3rd return in a row down the line, though?
It is. He's keying in, man. He's right. He's sitting on it.
Well, I also think, too, you don't want to try. You're not trying to hit somebody, but you're just trying to do something different.
2 set points, yeah. Count 2, count them 2.
That is
and a
just
fall. There it is.
Unbelievable.
We've gone splitskis.
Unbelievable.
So
You can tell we got some fans here. Ed Granger likes
first
that.
set to Tennaqua and 6-4 second set goes to Sunset. We'll be right back after some messages from our sponsors for set number 3 here at Sunset Ridge Country.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust. Different approach, better results.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
And we are back with really good times here at Sunset Ridge Country Club. About to start a third set, a real battle. Play like the first set.
Yeah. Caruso was
between Sunset Ridge and Tennaqua.
That might have been the shot of the year, but then it was the shot of the year after the shot of the year. I thought that was amazing. Yeah.
Yes, I think that Sunset Ridge successfully stopped the bleeding after the first set. Everything just went a little quick, and to be perfectly honest, nothing really went their way.
No.
There were, and the lead cords and the balls out of the nick off the seam and the screen and that kind of stuff. Just kind of nothing broke their way, but they did slow it down successfully.
And you would think because of the home court advantage, that would have been better, but they came around. And not only that, credit to them because it's easy to lose a love set and get completely down.
Yes.
Demoralized. You get 1 or 2 games, it doesn't feel as bad. But you get the bagel there. Sometimes people just don't care. They won't come back from that.
Yeah, you get back in, you climb back on the horse. And ultimately, I think that Sunset found their speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they stopped trying to hit, at the same level that Tennaqua was bringing. And they started hitting a little bit more, placement, finesse-oriented shots, and it paid off.
It's amazing how that works.
It's not a hard game.
Theoretically.
Hard to execute, right?
Yeah.
And I think what they did a great job of was finding what it was that was causing them problems and eliminating that to some degree. I mean, how many fewer forehands did Caruso and Koski hit in that?
That's funny you say that.
You have a stat for me?
Either they weren't allowed to. I don't know. That's a good question. I'd love to be able to keep track of that stuff.
I love Matt's comment where he said, "Oh, there's a backhand," and I asked, "They have those?"
If you haven't played a patient enough point to figure out if someone has a backhand drive, then you probably have to rethink a little bit of your opening strategy in a match.
My favorite Matt comment of the day teaching with you was I've played entire matches without hitting a ball to someone's forehand. Now,
don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
those same players who are good will find ways to generate forehands. But especially when teaching at a certain level where it's, you don't want it to feel like random ping pong where it's like, why did you hit it to the deuce corner? I don't know, I was bored or I didn't really think about it. Like, that's the kind of stuff where, I have played entire matches on the 2/3 of the court, just the middle and the ad corner, and just never allowed, a ball to go out that other direction.
The famous no-go zone, right? Or whatever it's going to be.
Yeah. I told him today, I'm a big believer in this as well, like, you can hit the ball there, you just have to answer the question, why? Like, as long as you have a reason, that's great. But the reason better not be like, well, I hit 3 to the other side and we didn't win the point yet, so I just decided to mix it up.
Starting back in already while these guys do not want to stop. I like that. Keep the momentum going.
Immediate shift of formation at the net, also smart.
It worked, right?
If you found your groove.
Big.
But look, also he didn't come in again. Kerr did not rush the net. He stays back.
Good point, Jason. You're absolutely right.
Why face a volley going 50 plus? And I'm going to guess. I'm actually going to say Caruso's more in the probably 70 range
Easily.
miles per hour. Why volley that?
Yeah, there's not a lot of value to it.
It's like signing up to be a Kevlar vest dummy. Like, here, let's just take this bullet.
Okay.
Typically they use ballistic gel dummies for that. But, if you want to volunteer.
I think you get paid $100.
You do, yeah. I've watched enough episodes of Mythbusters to know exactly how fast something should be moving before it causes major injury.
Well, I have to do that once a year, actually, with our national sales meeting.
Oh, good. You get to wear you get to wear ballistic, put up a ballistic gel dummy.
Just, people just throw darts at you.
I watched the Mythbusters today. What has a higher tow load? One of the new Cybertrucks or just a Dodge Ram?
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't see the end.
That's okay.
I'll phone in the friend to give us the update.
Let me know how that turned out.
So I used to play up, and it was more tennis with this guy, and he had just a bullet forehand and not no backhand, but very little. And I would tell him, once a set, you're going to get a forehand. And I'm not going to tell you when it's coming.
A little wide there.
And my favorite thing is if I ever fed him one and he missed it, it was just like, ah.
There was your one opportunity.
No, it was just such a disproportion between the two.
Well, it is part of the reason that slowing down and playing with precision in paddle becomes so important because, especially if
What a get.
What a dig.
Super
If
kid.
you're trying to cool somebody off, right, if they're just making every shot and sort of doing whatever they want at will, it can have the opposite effect. Like, you can get them,
come
nice
on.
angle. It can have the opposite effect where they get so, bored of not being able to hit a shot that when you actually feed them one, it becomes a different kind of nightmare. Oh my gosh, I haven't hit a forehand in 90 shots. I better go back in time.
Good Huey Lewis reference there.
Great backhand whipper.
Yeah, from Brad.
Chili
Unbelievable.
dipper, right? I mean,
it's crazy. No wonder he's got all those club championships.
17, I heard.
He's just got great club head speed.
Oh, beautiful lob. He was setting
It's
himself
got very
up for
similar, it's crossover skill sets. That's what it is. Launch trajectory is basically, it's important in golf and paddle.
Plus, you have the luxury in golf where the ball doesn't move. It just sits there, and you wait for it to hit it.
That's why it's so irritating.
What a go!
Easy?
Good shot from
Yeah, that's what makes golf, golf is a long, beautiful walk ruined by a tiny white ball.
That's right.
Sunset Ridge has a beautiful course, by the way.
They do.
Peter hasn't invited me to play in about 10 years, so.
I don't think Peter plays.
I don't need to play with him.
What?
Peter, can I just come over and hang out for 4.5 hours?
Yeah, to be fair.
I'd just like to take a look at the property.
So Connor hit a great serve. I mean,
I'm going to carry this back around.
Actually, don't care if you're there.
Yeah.
Who is this?
Who dis?
I like the communication, by the way, the signals.
Yep.
It's working.
Yep.
But their forehand returns are starting to heat up a little bit.
Sneaky. I don't know.
There.
Oh, he's there.
Oh,
holy cow.
Counter drive.
Oh my God! There's Pete Sampras running forehand.
There it is again. Bad choice.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's
See,
tough.
and look,
Walker.
to be fair, we were tougher on Walker Kerr in the first set.
We were. He's putting on a clinic this
but
set.
Koski there, you just can't take that
Charge
ball to
admission.
the deuce side. Can't go there.
Yeah, it causes too much shifting and confusion.
Yeah, he was pretty comfortable hitting that forehand on the run.
I mean, at least he went over, to your point, Matt, and took his medicine, right?
For sure, yeah.
Nice.
Smart.
Little Willie Mays lob there from Mr. Caruso. Oh, not a bad idea.
I had a, when you take a volley, so question for the group.
Sure.
Should your volley go straight or should your volley go cross court?
Wow. Well, if it goes cross court, you can do more with it. If straight, it's got to pretty much come straight back.
Well, the beauty of this game, if you pick and stick and play it like you want to, right, you hit it straight, it comes straight back. Nobody has to move, especially on your side of the net. So in that point, there were 3 volleys that went deuce-ad, right?
Yep.
And now it becomes
Good
that
dig.
much tougher to play.
Archaeology.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, I would say
Doctor of
you're
Archaeology.
probably looking to play them straight 95%
That's
of
right,
the time.
Koski
Right.
digging that out. That was a relic. Fossil.
Indiana Jones over here.
Betcha. Oh, yes.
It's a satchel.
What a kid. Tell you what, Connor Kerr, guys like American Ninja Warrior over there. Sit down.
Well, he's the youngest guy in the court by
Is he?
15 years, 20.
Oh, okay. All right.
Would you guess?
I don't know. I mean, it just looks that way.
Yeah.
You never know. Some guys just
It's true.
they take care of themselves. I don't know what that's like, but they do.
It's called having sushi instead of a burger,
That's a good point.
Yeah, I didn't order the sushi, so that'll give you an idea. Oh, he just wanted a piece of that one.
No reason to amp it up, but totally a drivable ball.
Yep.
Yes. Back to deuce. It would make sense that it's a battle in the first game of the third here.
Oh,
Ooh, Nick.
good dig.
He's
Yeah,
there.
great pick.
Lob. That's not an easy overhead moving back
Yes,
like that for
good lead.
Mr. Walker.
Little deep.
Could give him credit there. Kind of gave Connor a little haircut there, but it worked. I like the inadvertent, and you're completely ignorant of the fact that you just lost some hair. I've had that happen many times. What a return!
Wow.
Yep. So in seeing all these points with multiple drives,
Yes.
when you are telling somebody how to be most effective in that situation where you might get a few drives in a row, how do you prefer that they play it? Is it more important that they change up pace? Do you want them to mix up targets? Like, what's your go-to?
Great question. I think first off, variety is key no matter what, right? So I think you're one of the hardest things to do is be the partner of a volleyer, right? So if you drive a ball cross court and then drive the next ball down the line, the partner of the volley hitting the second volley has to move to wherever the first person hit it, right?
Exactly.
You're generally not.
Yep.
You're just not in control of that speed.
Nope.
Right? So I think that's hard. Secondly, I'm a big fan of the speed and spin.
Mm-hmm.
So,
just
good eye.
in that second set,
too.
I would say to Caruso and now, who's got the biggest forehand on the court, right?
Yep.
If he hits one at 80 miles an hour and the next one at 50,
Yeah.
they're going to miss the 50 every time.
Right.
Would be my guess.
Yeah, especially if you can sort of trap somebody off the net or playing defense.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're braced for impact, right?
Yeah.
They're going to take this one hard. Oh.
Very close.
But so I would go with that. How about you, Sean?
Well, first of all, I was just going to say, moving back on an overhead, usually want to go back down the middle if you got to do a little bit of a cartwheel. Just in view of that last shot, boy, I tell you what, he just likes to take his cuts there.
Yeah.
He's amped up his speed, a little bit.
The other thing I was going to say is most of the drives, I'm just going to say you can never really go wrong going up the middle anyway. Whether it is a change of pace or you're going to rip it.
Confusion.
Exactly.
Doink.
Oh, he's there.
But he saved the steak dinner,
no
though.
steak dinner.
He did.
Saved the steak dinner.
God, I would owe so many steak dinners. I don't think anybody who's ever watched me play would understand that. I'm not getting that.
So many.
Just get the credit card
So many
out.
great paddle memories of non-paddle related things.
It's a good dig. Yeah, I would always emphasize players having sort of a pattern that they were comfortable with, especially like if you get the chance to drive 2 balls in a row, like where are they going to go?
Right.
And have it be more like what are you comfortable doing? So if you crush a return cross court and it creates a ball that kind of floats that you can drive again, where do you like to put that?
Exactly.
And I would often emphasize, maybe going just for the backhand volley of the net player because you would catch them shifting. If their partner was in trouble, great hands there. Mm-hmm. And so if you catch a team in the shift where, you already put a ball on someone's feet and then everyone's like I better make a volley.
Smooth backhand drive there. Didn't really rip it.
Great. I love that backhand from Koski right there.
Yeah, we've been playing this deuce game for.
Can I say, back?
This
I think
deuce game is about
January.
to go longer than the first set.
Yeah, exactly. It's unbelievable. It's a sabbatical set. It's like we don't know when he's coming back or.
What was 11-2-16?
I'm still saying it could be an election day.
Was when the Cubs won the World Series.
Right. Got it.
That makes sense.
Which I would have absolutely had
And
to
that
ask
is a
Chad
blue
about.
shirt.
I'm glad they came up with it because I wouldn't have been able to pull that.
Mr. Koski
Great little
was kind of
slow
a distance.
pace, just
Exactly.
little poke and check.
Exactly. Gets it back to deuce
It's
for
like you're going for your annual physical.
our 35th deuce of the game here.
That's a good
Really
call.
good shot.
But see, he went down the line with that one and changed it instead of going cross court.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
I'll bet you $5 whoever wins this game wins the set.
Here comes the $5
we're not supposed to be gambling on the air.
Well, just between you guys.
All right.
All right. Well, put that one out on the chat. Let's see who takes that bet. New guy.
You taking it, Sean?
Yeah, I'll take it. So in other words,
If Walker and Kern win, I owe you $5. Caruso and
oh, wait a minute. I thought I was getting the other one. I thought I was getting.
Hey, wait a minute.
Come on, man.
Let's clarify that bet.
Do you still? You know what? Are you still kind of down $5 to me? Is that what you're doing? That? All right, fine. I'll take it.
as courtesy of pizza.
All right. All right. You know what? Just because I'm a gentleman, I like to at least pretend to be. I'll take that bet.
Taking the bet. Uh-oh. Burger time.
There we are. That's got some nice spin there.
Oh, Jason's not having a burger.
I didn't get
he had
one.
sushi.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, Sean and Cal like everything. Cal needs the calories.
No onions. Everything but onions.
Yeah, no onions.
What?
We're taking our burger orders.
We're taking the burger orders on the air, which is not. I feel like I'm working the drive-thru right now.
I know.
May I help you?
All right, real quick. Best drive-through burger joint.
Wow.
Quick, Matt.
Best drive-through burger joint.
Well, I'm kind of partial to Portillo's. Man.
I guess they have a drive-through.
Yep.
I was always a big fan of Checkers. Do they still exist?
Oh, yeah, they're out there. They're just in different areas of the country.
I've had an alarming amount of number 7s from McDonald's.
McDonald's. He goes McDonald's.
McDonald's number 7.
Regardless of gross volume.
No one's going to go like Shake Shack or throw any of those out there?
Well, you know, are they drive-through or Shake Shack?
Yeah.
I guess they are drive-through.
They have a drive-through.
I guess they are. I didn't realize that.
Portillo's is a good one. I'll give you that.
I mean, I've been in and out burger out
poll.
the West Coast is pretty good. I got to tell you.
In and Out.
Yep. But I don't know. I kind
What's
of.
your favorite burger?
Okay, you know what? If we're gonna gamble on the air and then make comments like that. You know.
What's your favorite name of the band?
I'm trying to think of the other one we had, but
That's so long.
the Lollygaggers.
I think it's a long time.
Somebody was a Long Turn was. I mean, it's a Filipino dance band. It really is actually.
Yeah.
Jason, not the S, but my favorite is it's a Mongolian band called The Who, but it's HU.
Oh, got it. Got it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Really working hard at this Deuce corner. It's a good point.
And it pays
Really
off
good long point. What was that, 50, 75 balls at that point?
easily. No shot clock anymore. Doesn't seem like Kerr and
Extend the point.
nice good hands. Wow.
Oh, geez.
Couldn't get out of the way there. Smart shot from Mr. Walker there. A lot of pace on that thing. Laser beam, baby. Funny thing is, Koski usually comes up with those. Some serious hands. See, that's beautiful right down the center like that. Here we go. There we go.
We talked about it at Valley Low, right? See the Sunset Ridge logo on the windscreen?
Absolutely.
Right?
Too high, really. Isn't it?
It's a higher logo.
For a target. You know.
But if you can get it to the point, like the bottom of the logo, there's no owl on it, like at Michigan Shores. But if you can keep it down to the lower portion of that windscreen, it's going to be alive every time.
The bottom of the shield. All right, so Bamboo shoots all around again. And it's only been an hour and 3/4 or what a shot.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, good move.
Okay, so he almost half-heartedly poached, so to speak, or crossed on that one.
He had to.
Yeah.
But I think minus the reach, right?
Exactly.
Make the move, don't make the
Body
reach.
block it. Don't reach for it. Yep.
That was more of a reaction
good
to
idea. Easy
seeing that the drive was
Oh,
coming.
he
easy
got
for
it.
me
He
to
got
say.
it.
Got to give it to him. I don't think he touched the net. I don't know. Did it? I don't think so. I think
I don't
he
think
pulled
he
that
did.
off. I think he
It's a
pulled that
tough one.
off.
Let's take a look at the... Can't
Either
tell from
replay?
our angle, whether there was any,
And that's one of the calls you got to call it on yourself.
net contact
Tell you
or
on
not.
replay.
The ball definitely hit the net
Are
as
they
it was
playing it
coming
over? Are they playing it over now?
The ball clipped the tape as it came over, but I think the question is, did your paddle
Exactly.
touch
It
the
didn't
net?
look like it did
didn't
from
look
here.
like he touched it.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Didn't look that way.
I think it was just a very quick sequence
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
drive, let court, volley, miss-hit volley.
But I love how they handled it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
But they do also say, the ball never lies. Yeah.
No,
But it was Walker that hit it, not Kerr. So
that's right. It's a team game, You figure. Oh yeah,
you knew that was coming.
it was a great recovery though. Clips. Well, he gave that one. Yeah. Oh.
I
Almost
like
looked
that.
like he was a little undecided there. Maybe he was looking to lob the ball. Maybe.
It came out so far. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe waited a little bit too long to pull the trigger if it's the drive. You don't want to be hitting a lot of screen drives when they drop
what a
back
shot.
down to net level.
Love the blitz there from Koski. Oh, going inside out.
But there's your Sean. There's your drive it down the middle, right?
Yep, exactly. I was going to say it's cool if you can hit that sideline, but the odds of doing that.
But when you're the yellow shoes guy, you're going to go for the cool forehand.
Is that
And
like
why
Curious
wouldn't
George, man with the yellow shoes? No, it's yellow hat. Sorry.
Yellow hat.
I forgot about that.
Look at switch in the backcourt. Do you see that?
Yeah, smart.
I love that.
It's a little deep.
Uh-oh, panel of death. Panel of death.
I don't know if that's staying in.
We talked about.
I don't know either, but you put the ball on somebody so quickly.
You have to handle it.
And you go hard against that second panel, and that ball shoots out. It's so tough to defend the drive that comes back.
I don't want to sound like a broken record, like warm weather paddle or pants your new guy or whatever the stuff that you guys say all the same time. But if you hit a ball off that second panel, it's going to come back as a drive.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Dropping it down in there.
Well, thank you. All right, still tight in the third set. No way. No way.
Wow.
The comebacker.
That worked.
Koski. That's crazy. Get your protractor out. What was the angle on that thing? Oh.
Let cord clipper.
Almost it, Connor. I've had that happen before. I'm so fat I can't move. Somebody just... And by the way, get me another burger.
I was going to say, Sean, your burger's ready.
Get up.
Quick trigger from Walker.
It was. A little flick, a little wide.
But a good volley by Caruso just sends it right back,
Sure.
right? The hardest thing to do is hit 2 balls in a row.
Yeah, it's
one
funny,
of the
he
hardest
does
things.
less with his backhand volley. Forehand volley takes a few more chances. I mean, if I had that kind of talent, I'd probably do the same thing. But oh, yeah.
Made it
Nice
work.
pick.
Funky. It's getting weird.
Did that kind of, oh, by the way. Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, a little
Talk about
more,
off speed.
A little more patience here, especially taking a few more balls off the screen, which is something that Walker and Kerr didn't do as much of in the first set. But that's really benefited them. Little bit long.
Caruso shaving a few points there. I'm just kidding. He would never do that. Great volley. Oh, I was going to say great volley, and I basically mid-shot jinxed him, which is just reprehensible
Joe
on my
Buck
part.
over here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Jack Buck. The dad used to do it even earlier, I guess. Right? In there. Look at that. Oh,
You've been to that
finds the
steakhouse
neck.
in St. Louis?
No.
Bucks,
I know.
right? I think it's Bucks.
I've never been there. No.
Neither have I.
But you've heard good things.
I have.
Is that the steakhouse that those guys would pick? If,
in St. Louis. Yeah, you had to fly to St. Louis.
Go to St. Louis.
Yep.
Buy me a steak.
The part of the deal was you had to pay for everything. So the flight, the hotel room.
Yeah.
It's a dig.
It's a different level.
Mm-hmm. It was a good team.
Yeah, clearly.
Just make sure you at least touch the ball.
Right. Guys diving all over the court.
Yeah.
Oh, feathered it right in there.
Oh, that was a great, kind of a backhand screen drive. Wow. Koski coming up with the angle. Unbelievable.
He drives the ball down the line, I'm going to go 95% of the time.
I think that's a pretty good stat there. A pretty good estimate right there. Where are we? 2-3, I want to say.
And it's obviously much easier for us
We're at
sitting here.
2-2s right now. Deucey all over. Deuce is wild.
It's much easier for us sitting here watching it to keep track of these things, right? But, those are the nuances that you try to...
Bless you. Are we sneezing or...
What's happening?
Having a seizure or something? What's happening?
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, I heard it. I was trying to be professional and just keep going.
Just continue.
Well, you guys are laughing. I tried to keep going.
These things just kind of fly out there. That looked like it caught. I think it did. Nice shot. Oh, yeah. That thing just bent onto the line.
I don't know. I think he called it out.
You sure?
He might have.
it
seemed like they stopped. I couldn't tell if it was in or out from this angle, but...
The way Caruso responded, it looked like it was out. Or called out.
Nice. That's really paid off for them. here as they've gotten into the second and third set. That lob down the line and then setting the drive to go immediately back at the net player.
Oh.
Good hands. Uh-oh.
That might be trouble.
One too many, perhaps.
That's what I was talking about. You hit the ball sometimes, especially in warm weather paddle, guys.
What?
Especially in kind of the warmer weather. You can hit the ball too hard. And sometimes you want it actually to die back at the screen if you can. Sometimes we just hit it a little too hard. It's easier to do in cold weather where you make it die back at the screen. Out here, maybe it's a little tougher.
I want to touch on what you just said,
What a
Matt, right?
shot.
You know, so if you can get the volleyer to back up and hit an overhead and then move back forward again and hit a volley, that's a tough movement.
Yep. You're right. Yeah, I'm going to move back and forth. Good eye.
Good eye.
Yes. Paddle is one of those games where you can hit yourself into trouble.
Yes.
I think that's game 3-2 Caruso
I
Custer.
believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So that forehand was in, huh? I thought so. It looked
Looks
like
like
it. It caught the. Just looked like it caught the edge there. All right, if you've just joined us, you've just missed a heck of a time. I tell you what. I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm just. I usually don't have as good a time anyway, so maybe I'm just a bad judge of what a good time is. But
Just here for a good time?
yeah, we're at lovely Sunset Ridge Country Club in beautiful, historically laden Northfield, Illinois, watching I guess you could call this a dual meet. It's a league match between the
No,
Tennaqua.
I think it's called a league match.
Is it?
Yeah.
I was calling it a dual meet. You don't want to play along?
This is a CPDC league match.
I'm trying to make it kind of a high school thingy.
Unless I'm in the wrong spot. Am I in the wrong classroom?
This is the first heat.
What? Am I in the wrong place?
It's no ad for the first. No ad for the first.
That would be tough, Jason. That would be the longest anyone's ever gotten into an activity without
That's a
being like,
great
am I in the
drive.
right spot?
From Connor
And
Kerr.
you'd willingly give me a headset.
How long did you sit in that first class when you accidentally walked into the wrong room before being like, oh, wait a minute?
Almost not taking his time there.
What's amazing is how you actually feel like you knew my college experience.
I was here for Psychology 101, and this sounds a lot like string theory. I shouldn't have hung out for the full hour and a half.
It was just interesting. You know?
Yeah, I was just super into it. I just thought you were using new terms.
What a shot.
That's a great location on that drive.
Let's see, old line. Are you in this class? I am today.
I am today.
I was just happy to be there.
Okay, now how awesome is this? So Kerr and Walker now have kind of taken over trading howitzer forehands. Is it me or is that happening? Like they're just unloading.
Yeah, they've
I don't know
really,
if
they've really
that's the
acclimated.
strategy, but it seems to be working. I mean, what is it, 30 all? I want to say it's deuce.
30 deuce?
30, yeah, deuce all around. I don't know why that's funny.
Deucetown, USA.
Deuceville. Nice touch on the lob. I like that one too.
Yeah.
Kerr with just kind of a sliced drive almost.
It's really interesting
Change
how it really is sort of a level separator.
That's beautiful.
Where there's a lot of people that feel like if you're driving the ball, you have to hit it like with a certain amount of power.
Yeah, we were
and the
talking about
reality
that.
is you can figure out
No
ways
way.
to drive a lot of different kinds of shots if you're willing to just control the pace.
Yep.
Right? So I had a lot of players that were like, how come I can't drive my backhand? And I'm like, well, if you stop trying to hit it Mach 2, you could.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole bunch of backhands you could like place into the court. But if you feel like your backhand has to be hit as hard as your forehand, then it's probably not necessarily a good idea.
I mean, there's been a number of great players, right, that have done that. Johnny Barnes comes to mind, right, the future, right? He just probes around, right? And here you go, Cal, I'll go back to the great Rodney Workman. His forehand couldn't break a pane of glass, which he admitted to, but it was just probing, finding a spot, right? Just poke it back in there. And
yeah.
Yes.
Monica Sells, no, we're not bringing her
2-4.
back
All
up
right,
again.
why must you do that? It was not a good idea last time.
3 weeks ago.
It's still not a good idea. All right, so we are at, I want to say 2-4. Sunset Ridge down 2-4, and see if they can clob their way back into this one. They haven't been playing too poorly, maybe just a few misses at inopportune times here, like that swinging backhand volley.
I feel like they're trying to do a little too much when that was not the game plan that got them here, right?
Yes. It's 5-all.
They're speeding up when what won them the set was slowing down.
Yep.
No, without question. Way to bait him into trying to go up the line like that. Not easy to change direction off a serve like that.
He hasn't missed it very many.
No, he hasn't. The other thing I was going to say is, I think the more compact your backswing in this wonderful sport we call platform tennis / paddle, the better off you are. And you could probably get an idea of whether you want to drive it a little faster or a little slower if you prepare a little earlier.
John Wooden.
I like that. Might have been a little too high in the strike zone. I
don't think he was really ready to drive. He thought about it, but then wasn't really ready.
It kind of looked like he decided because of the height of the ball. He kind of went like, "Oh, this is way up here." And
Caruso pulls those off, though. It's difficult to argue with it sometimes because he can't hit it. But
yeah, he's got great racket skills. But again, I like to say to players, if you prepare for a drive, you can change your mind and lob, but you cannot be not ready to drive and change your mind to drive, right?
Yeah, it's why I'm such a big proponent of setting your drive as often as possible, right? You don't have to just do it when you pull the trigger. Sometimes you should be like, hey, that's a decent lob, and then move and set as though you're going to hit a drive,
And how many times, if Caruso looked like he was going to hit a drive, would Walker and Kerr freak out?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And if you lull somebody into a false sense of security like that,
And it doesn't even have to be Caruso. It could be anybody. You think a drive is coming, and you change what's happening.
Shot. You're absolutely right. The other thing is your lobs are more effective because they just start to close, build a wall.
It doesn't have to be as good.
Exactly.
Little TLC going on. Oh. 4 or 5 good waterfalls, yeah. You're a music guy. I knew you'd get it.
Yeah. Well, I did audition for Wong Turn. I didn't make the gig, though. Uncharacteristic miss there for Mr. Caruso. Yeah.
Something in the eyes.
I didn't think so, yeah. Wow.
No, just deep.
Yeah.
It's a good
tough
lead.
off your back foot to do that.
Yeah.
He didn't miss it by
James
much, by the way.
Drive, yeah. Loves the fadeaway for no reason.
Oh. All right, speaking
it would
of
be really entertaining to see some NBA All-Stars just play paddle for a while. Just to be like, how much smaller can this court get,
Like a mobile Kevin Durant,
just like a
6'10".
bunch of 6'10" dudes out there. Like, what is happening?
We're getting close to some of these guys that are picking up the game.
Like Cal. He's 6'10".
It's a great return.
Super
Way to
shot.
knock it down. So 4-all.
Was it Tom Fawcett? That's who it was.
Played at New Trier and then played at Stanford, right?
He's got to be a good 6'6.5" or something. He's a big dude. Yeah, it can be a huge advantage, but there can also be a little bit of disadvantage depending on, how you implement it. All right, are we tied up again?
We are.
4-all.
Who were the Twin Towers back at Saddle and Cycle? Ryan Edelson and Paul Brandt.
Right.
Remember them down at Saddle?
That's right.
I know Paul. Yeah.
Every time we drove to Saddle, it snowed 4 inches.
What a nightmare.
It really was.
Yeah.
We're getting some text comments as always. Yes, we love the dad jokes here.
No, take it.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody except for Cal, the new guy, gets to chime in with the dad jokes.
Yeah, of course
By the way, in case you needed to know, Sean, just a quick bit of feedback from the chat.
Sure. What'd I do?
In the third set, you neglected to mention bamboo shoots, and they're counting in the third set.
I thought I mentioned it, but you know what? No.
We'll have to go back to the replay. Well, listen, it's filling up a lot of people's drinking games or bingo cards, those that are following along at home. So it's important that we do it.
Well, then there's an incentive to not hear me.
Every time.
I mean, there usually is an incentive not to listen to me at all. But then now there's an incentive to not hear
Lourdes
me.
isn't here.
So I love that there's a game within the game. If we say the same things over and over, everybody wins. Right?
Yeah, it's a benefit for all.
So thanks, Amy Gordy, for your comment about the dad jokes. They're going to keep coming.
Tell you what.
Just a nice dipper of a drive.
We're looking at 40-15, a point to hold and take the lead here in the third set. Good wide
He
serve.
is on fire with that serve. I mean, he has hit multiple serves right into that corner like that. 5-4, Sunset taking the lead.
Home court advantage.
What I love is can you, and this is not over yet, but is there another sport where you can lose the first set or the first period? Hockey, the first quarter, football. I mean, again, you run through all the different sports where it's so lopsided in one of the periods of play.
No, yeah, that's a great question. It's really tough, right? I mean, it's like in paddle and tennis,
to come back,
it can happen relatively regularly.
Yeah.
But in every other sport, it's like the comeback of the century,
right?
Like
right.
if you lose 20, if you give away 21 points in the first quarter of a football match.
Yep.
Wasn't that funny? Stop the opportunity.
We may have to give Cal a microphone from now on. I feel bad, even though sometimes I'm just afraid of what's going to come out of there. You know what I mean?
He had a mic once.
I know, and that's
when Monica Seles happened.
I still never said her name.
He's on 7-second delay.
And he doesn't even have a mic. That's how bad it is. This is a little more, I'm going to say a lot more conservative now.
Yeah, this is...
I'm kind of liking it.
Well, kudos to Walker and Kerr, right? They've gotten Caruso to not play their game.
Yeah. On the other hand, you might say that kind of is a disadvantage, that you kind of want them to be aggressive. It's working. You know what I mean? Good hands.
Oh, great volley.
Koski, just lightning up there.
I think you're right, Matt. He likes it fast.
Yeah.
He likes the fastball.
I'm telling you, it's the Midtown experience.
I think that was going
very
long.
nice of you.
Yeah. Shoulder high.
There it is.
That's why that transition is so difficult.
Perfectly.
Well,
great counter drive. Why go in? Don't go in. Stay back.
Exactly.
No, don't go.
Especially in this weather. Things going to be rebounding up.
Yeah, continue to text in, people. We will give the shout-outs.
Wait a minute. This has got to be 30-15 or 40-30. No? Okay. Are we at deuce now? Probably, yeah. My guess, it's got to be. All right, sorry. I don't mean to take over the score.
Deuce or 30 all?
Deuce or 30 deuce?
30
Deuces
deuce?
all around?
30 deucey all around? Good. We figured it out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as long as the four of them out there agree on the score, that's really all that matters.
It's true.
It's not like we haven't been wrong every single time we've taken the airwaves. So
Just wide.
Let's try. All right, a point to pull even here.
Volley.
To pull
he did. He cut that one pretty aggressively.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good hands.
Serve looked questionable long. But
Must have caught the line.
As I like to say,
I love how he one times that.
Uh-oh.
It's not out unless they call it.
It's going in.
Shot.
Oh, yeah, that's tough.
He's there.
He's there.
He's there.
Oh, I think too much topspin just spun down off the back screen there.
And the redrive.
All right, we're at Sammy Hagar here.
Let's
55.
call it 5-all.
Bamboo shoots here in the third set.
5 of them on each side of the net.
Yeah, just pepper it in there.
Double nickels. All right,
College tennis, our team, you had to call the score when you played drop hit games. You had to name a famous sports athlete with that jersey number.
Oh, yeah?
55. What do you got?
Oh, wow. I'm not sure.
Lance Briggs, come on.
Oh, wow. I didn't think Lance Briggs was 55.
Yeah.
All right, maybe he was.
That was a local Chicago guy.
Was he 50? Really? All right, I thought I could have sworn he was another number like 50. No, that was Urlacher was 54, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would lose. I would lose that game. And then I would probably remind you all that we were tennis players. And,
that's right.
Listen,
that this was the no fun league and you couldn't have fun with it.
We don't all have the background.
Wasn't Otis Wilson way back around 55, I want to say?
Could be.
Way back in the 85 Bears, I want to say. A little wide. Somebody's gonna text it and correct me on that one if that wasn't the case.
Yep.
All right.
Brad Gilbert again. After every long game is a short game.
Well, it's not a break until you hold.
I'll never live that down.
I love it. It's one of the best. I mean, it's funny because it is kind of true.
It's not kind of true. It is true. I mean, like, you don't get any advantage by it, right?
Well, right, yeah. In terms of the score, you don't get an advantage from it. Is the technical term,
right. The name,
taking someone's serve? Yeah. So, it's a break and then a break. And then he broke, and I broke him.
One of my favorite things to do is after you get broken, you or your partner, you say, do you know that 70% of all breaks follow a break?
Because they just need that little extra push.
The mental game.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, that's just a tough spot.
Did not see that one coming.
It's a good direction
location, phenomenal. And, of course, they're playing to stay in it here, so that's even more spectacular.
Well, he hit the right shot at the right
Brad
time.
Walker. Yeah, exactly.
Correct. Don't get nervous. It's the right shot.
Clipping the back edge of the line with that serve, too.
I was going to say, it looked close again.
Good.
There, wow. Walker.
8.
I kind of like them.
Well, that's tough.
Phillips is going to burn him, but you know what?
His
partner is there.
Yeah,
his partner is there. Look at the switch. I tell you what, these guys are rolling here.
It's all right. He's got the Cubs shirt on.
It's true. And I thought, it didn't look like a seamer. I just think he had a lot of spin on that overhead. Am I wrong?
I think there was some spin on it, but I also think that Walker came over in a way where Kerr was pretty sure he was going to make a play on it.
Well, but also the pick and stick, right? Keep it to that side.
Exactly.
Don't go the other way.
Yes.
What, we got 15-30 here?
I think so.
Ooh. Get the drama going. Like you haven't had it. Oh, no. Well, he definitely's got the drama going now.
He's had a couple faults tonight.
You get a Tony Award. Get in there.
Oh,
it is.
That's good.
Good hands.
Way.
Great hands.
And you know what?
No way.
Look, I tell you what, that's amazing.
He just kept his paddle up.
Yeah,
you know,
he literally hit the paddle.
He laser beamed it, and it just hit his paddle and came right back.
Amazing. Bosky because I thought
great replay, new guy.
Yeah, he was in a tough spot too, and he's the one who was apologizing. He really didn't need to.
Oh
no! That's really two unfortunate events in a row.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's deuce, Cal.
It's got to be.
Yep. Mm-hmm. It did not dribble over as much as it might have looked that way.
Great shot.
That's a cool
Great shot. You got the booth clapping on that one.
Kerr with the thread the needle pretty much. I mean, you can't get any better than that.
Well, Koski's been looking for that.
A little deep, and we are going to
a tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Of course we are.
Is there anything more exciting in sports than a third set tiebreak?
No.
Anything more exciting in sports?
A Coleman tiebreak, by the way.
Shootout?
Don't forget.
Shootouts. No, I'm asking.
Yeah, shootouts are big. I also liked it when the guys would, if somebody made like a half-court $1 million shot during halftime, that was pretty exciting too.
That is.
But is that a sport?
What a drive!
Well, I mean, they're making more money than we are. So.
Unbelievable.
Fair.
Koski with the.
Is that a sport? I don't know.
Koski with another backhand. I think he's hit 3 all night.
That was like one of those smooth Galmont Fees backhands, just right up the gut.
It's like
man.
Benoit Paire.
I was trying to go another French player, but you know what? Now that you mention it, yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go with it. It's a smart shot, even though he didn't lob it. There's that way of
I don't know how
saying
I feel about that desperation fadeaway, like hard overhead. You know,
Yeah.
I know that players use it sometimes to get out of trouble because they're trying to force the ball to the screen.
Right.
To me, it always felt like a little bit, low on the reward side. Too much risk, not enough reward.
I think it's. Go ahead. Sorry,
No, I was
Coach.
going to say, I think the hard part, though, Matt, to play devil's advocate slightly for a second is players are so good now they can drive from anywhere, right? So
Right.
if you go soft, you're going to take a drive.
Right.
So I guess to your point, though, if it's hard enough the screen, you get more time. If it's slow, reset, et cetera, you have more time. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Partner
6
maybe
one,
has
half
more
dozen
time
the
to
other, right?
intercept it, too.
Yeah.
Coach.
Nice. Caught the
Nice
nick.
shot. Yeah, your partner has a little
you're
more
right
time.
about that, and I guess it's almost entirely based on your ability to recover balance then, right? Like if it's a situation in which, all right, we might see a drive either way, then you kind of got to pick.
Oh, what a
Wow.
shot from
Right.
Kerr.
You're
You kind of
taking
got
what
to
you
pick under which
Crazy.
circumstance you want to do that.
Getting on the board with that one.
Again, love the text comments coming in. Yeah, we will try to comment on all the professional sports, NBA, NFL.
Cricket, we'll get into
NHL.
everything.
Yeah.
It's a great serve.
Football,
Ducey all
European
around
football.
again.
Real
Cal. We
football.
got- It's 2-all.
Which one's real football?
Ducey, yep.
American football? That's
Got
a
a
good
tough
serve
move
location
into his
there.
left like
Yep.
that.
Well, he served a bunch down the middle.
Yeah.
And so
little
Caruso
looking
had
for
to
it.
move to the
Change of
middle.
location. Gotta like that.
It's a small box, but you still have to move a lot to cover it.
Yep.
All right, 2-3. You've just joined us. You got great timing. We're in the third set tiebreaker here at lovely Sunset Ridge Country Club in Northfield. You're watching Tennaqua, Caruso.
4-2 in the
Serving.
breaker here.
Yes. And Koski down 4-2. It's going to go just long now.
Little deep.
Be 4-3 serving.
4 serving 3.
Connor Kerr from this side for the Sunset Ridge Knights.
Bandits.
Yes.
We've called them everything.
Yeah.
And
Who are the
Brad, don't call
Lumberjacks?
me Rich Walker at the net there. Well, I said the Lumberjacks were Sunset Ridge at one point, but I think I've continually messed that up.
Let's see if they switch here. Walker's played the ad side all night,
Kind of have to call for it.
There
There
it
we go.
is.
It's the switch.
but I love that.
Oh.
You know what? I don't mind that, but maybe it's just a little too angular, if you
We'll
will.
go middle, right, Sean,
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
said
Yeah,
earlier.
make somebody volley.
Exactly.
Hey, diddle, diddle.
Hit toward the center. Yes.
That's exactly what I
Oh.
was thinking. Oh,
Ill-timed here, maybe.
ruh-roh.
Not that any fault is well-timed, I guess. All right, so Koski
Five
serving at
serving four.
5-4. To see if he can pull it out here.
Great ball.
Again, location.
Well,
Yep.
and again,
Off the
I
center.
think the down the line returns earlier is what set that up. Caruso was backing up,
Yep.
not sure what was coming.
Yep.
Oh,
He went
no.
after that. All right, we got a little match point here. I shouldn't say a little match point. It's kind of a bigger one.
A very important match.
I don't know
point.
that they'd had a match point up until now.
No.
Nope.
First match point.
Rhythm on
It
the
is
serve,
a
and he
teeny
does.
tiny little
That's
box,
a great
that
shot.
service box.
Oh,
and he almost had
the
it.
dribbler. The left
Unbelievable.
court clip.
6-all.
But again, it was the right shot to drive it, and
Yeah.
he still drove it.
Yeah.
It's the shirt. It's that Cub shirt.
Oh,
Oh,
same guy.
Maybe it is the shirt of the Cub shirt. All right, 7-6.
That net hurts.
Yeah.
What a
The
great
shot
match.
before hits and goes over. The shot hits and stays back.
You know, I was saying earlier that even though we see mostly, we'll see series 1, 2 matches, whatever. That doesn't mean that that's the best paddle. This is an awesome match.
Great match.
Shot. Thought he was going to find the nick on that one. Good.
Got it. Nice
Smart.
hands. Keep talking. There you go.
Look at the dig.
TLC.
Yes.
There it
Oh, a
Wow.
shot. Unreal.
Got it.
Some nice touch there. You can tell he's a golfer.
17 club championships, somebody said.
Yeah,
How
17
do you
in the
measure yourself a
family.
lot of golfers?
Oh, no.
Tough.
Oh,
Good leave. By Koski.
Good leave and a great serve, right? Kicked right into the body, forced him to shift back away.
Point. You really should play with Dr. Beeper and myself. So, I'm sorry. I couldn't help that one. Good serve.
Oh, what a return to close it out. Great match.
You are kidding me. All right,
That's
awesome match.
Really well played by both teams.
Totally.
Lots of good strategic decisions and corrections as the match went on.
Yeah, it played really smart at the end there. I'm very impressed with these guys.
Fun to watch for sure.
Both sides really tightened it up and played well.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, it became a little bit of error management. Nobody really let their offense totally go away, but they got a little more selective.
I think Caruso's shoes are actually brighter now.
It was a good one to do it. Yeah, well, he was buffing them here.
They're like mood shoes. You get.
For sure. Well, that'll do it for us here at Sunset Ridge tonight on the Series 6 match. We will catch you next week for the CPTC live stream. We are going to be somewhere out in the western suburbs because the following weekend we'll be live streaming Medina.
Yeah.
So we'll probably next week be doing a match out from Glen Ellen or Medina in some capacity. So we will update you via social media and the website.
I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Matt, and Jay Love and Cal did a great job today.
I agree, Sean. You did also. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody, and we will see you next week.
From the heart of Chicago up to the North Shore and stretching from the northwest suburbs down to Kankakee. From urgent in-office care to virtual in-home visits, we're making orthopedic care available wherever and however you need it. Because while we're adapting our lives to keep each other safe, we know that new injuries will happen and old injuries will still linger. And IBJI is here to help.
Not your bank's top priority? Here at Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. No hidden fees or runarounds, but a true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. Whether you're opening your first account, found your dream home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have the financial solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank. Wintrust, different approach,